today, globally speaking, some persons are saying that this is the worst that have ever happened in the world. The world is on a standstill. And all the information that are coming out the projection, no one is saying in the next 1 week or 2 weeks, this thing will be over. Prophecies are going forth, declarations, it will disappear like that. But there seems to be more of the news that the economies of the world, they are aimed for the worst. There seems to be more of the news that the coronavirus, COVID-19, is not going down, rather is ravaging them more. In fact, I think doctors have explained that it will keep on killing until it gets to a climax, and on its own, when it has exhausted, or when people to kill have exhausted, it will now start dropping like that. So when these informations are being put there, and there seems to be this anxiety all over. In fact, why we are doing this is because some persons are asking, what am I supposed to do under this situation? They go out every day to barely get what they will eat. And right now, in many of their places, they can't get what to eat. Apart from not getting what to eat, many people now all over the world, in the best of the economies and developed countries, many people are not sure of the day called tomorrow. It is so certain. They are more certain of death than they are certain of life. Because the informations are so much. Sir, are we in for the worst?
We can never be in for the worst. There is nothing new under the sun.
Okay, sir.
The world is designed by God, a place of adventures in storms. There have been plagues in the days of old.
Okay.
People have died. Now in Egypt, Moses came. Most of the plagues we see are personally supervised by God himself.
Okay.
What he does not permit cannot perform.
Okay.
And this is where information comes in. First of all, about creation.
Okay.
About your own existence in creation. Your involvement in creation. And the reality of the dispensation of your own generation. And that is why I say, my good friend, sir.
Yeah.
That is why I said information is the food of the soul.
Yes.
Checking from records, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
Not just a pastor. I've seen that there have been plagues from the days of Moses. One day God was angry because he needed to set some people free. He sent a man to Egypt. That man performed 10 miracles. Those 10 miracles we are talking about were plagues to a people, to a generation. People died. At that time, Egypt was the center of civilization for the world. It was the America, the China of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, people died en masse. In the midst of them were the Israelites. The Bible says nothing. All those plagues never happened to them. They were drinking from the same water which you said flies, which the Bible says flies entered. Nothing touched them. It was a worse time for some people, but a triumphant time for some people. It cannot be the worst time for the whole world.
Okay.
Then one night, God stood up. He said, I will pass through this land this night. This is where information comes in. Plagues are real. And science is real.
Okay.
In Egypt then, there could be scientists because they were.
Yes.
We saw that Egypt was the
they
center of
were
civilization.
embalming corpses.
Yes. They were embalming corpses.
Yes.
They were the center of science.
Yes.
Yet they couldn't handle the plague. What we are presently facing, thank God for science. But everyone who knows God must not throw away the reality of revelation of the season. I've been hearing things on 5G, 3G, 4G. The truth is this, sir. Invention is part of creation. Whether you like it or not, we will still use 5G. I was reading it today. There is no one single case of corona in Lesotho. And Lesotho has been using 5G since 2018. And what is 5G? I got research and I got to know that 5G is an invention that brings radiation that lowers the immunity of man. Not that it outrightly kills. It's just like you are putting chicken inside oven. And if it is so, God who gave them the wisdom for the invention knows what time to permit them, because science is as permitted by God. It is God that gives scientists the intuition for the findings they are finding. If he hasn't permitted them, they cannot perform against any plague.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, we that have found ourselves in this turbulence must manage our emotions, our souls, and the situation we have found ourselves with the revelation of God that we have. Especially for Christians, we must not say what others say, think what the general populace think. It is now time for us to go back to our God to ask him questions. If we have been men of prayer, it's time to seek him. In Chronicles, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, the Bible says, if the people will return to him and seek him, he will forgive their sins, he will take away the plague. It is now time for Christians to get deeper in God and seek the face of God and intercede for the rest of the world. This is not the time to worry like them. To me, we are not in for the worst. We are going to get over it. We are going to win the plague. The plague only came to pass. It has come to pass before. We have seen cholera before.
Yes.
We have seen fungi before.
Yes.
We have seen polio before.
Yes.
It cannot kill all of us. Creation, humanity especially, we overcome this coronavirus.
I like that. It cannot kill all of us.
No.